Ooh, well, hello there, folks. It's been a little while. It's an incredibly toasty, hot, humid day here in the DC area. Currently about 91 degrees Fahrenheit. It's supposed to get up to like 93 today. It was like 95 yesterday, 90 something the previous day. And then this week's supposed to be like in the 60s and 70s, so it's gonna be really nice and pleasant. But it is crazy hot here right now. But anyways, I want to share with you guys some I'll say some sad news before some happy news. So if you guys stay tuned, I might do one or two videos. I have some good news on the recovery of some of my palms in the back, my trackies. So stay tuned for that. That's very good, and I can't wait to show you guys that. But I guess I want to get the bad news out of the way first, so we can get on to the good news. And the bad news is that my needle palm, unfortunately, I guess you could say, it looks like a goner. I mean, it almost it is a goner, let's just say, which is very sad. I came over today just trying to feel around like in the crown area. Now this, needle palms, first of all, are multi-trunking palms. So they had this little tiny sucker here, it had one in the back and then one on the side here. But I was trying to feel around in the top area, like the top main trunk, trying to see if there was any growth in there. And as I was feeling around, this whole like main area just pulled out. And from that point, there's just a huge cavity in there, and the trunk felt mushy. So I'm just like, all right, we got to cut this thing open. So cutting a palm open, again, if you guys don't know, so I would say always wait. You don't want to just like, winter's over, it just has spear pull. There's a cavity there now. Let's cut it open. No, you always want to wait a few weeks, and you'll see the perfect example of that in the back with one of my palms now recovering. But you want to wait, I'd say, after the cold weather concludes, I would say wait probably like a month or something, at least. And then if it doesn't start showing growth, you can cut it back. And now the reason that you cut it back, it seems crazy. Cutting a palm through the trunk seems like it would kill it. But if you cut back, you don't want to cut back like, halfway through the trunk or to the ground. That will kill it. But, cut back but basically you cut back till you don't see mush anymore, till you get to like live growth. Unfortunately, there was none here. As you can see, just down to the base of the trunk now. But yeah, cutting back is once you have like a cavity in here where the spear used to be, that thing can be like a pool for bacteria, water buildup, and rot. And what that causes is rot. And you can put hydrogen peroxide in it, as I've been doing. But it will still, it can still fester, and it can still create that rot. And also what it does is you have this like plug, so that if there's any live growth down there, that live growth, you'll see at the top of a new spear that's pushing out after spear pull, it's really brown on top because you have the area where the spear pulled out. So the top of the spear where it pulled will be really brown because obviously it was all mushy, and then that'll harden and it'll create this plug that'll actually prevent the new growth from being pushed out, with all the bacteria and stuff in there. So you do actually want to cut it back at some point if like months later it's not showing growth. And now I did that with my camera ops, sadly a goner, and did that with this one, unfortunately, one as well. Oh God, just got poked with one of those needles. But you can just see this, I hope you guys can see that trunk there, and just taken out. This sucker I thought maybe looked like it had a little bit of something in it, but no, it's looking pretty dead. Hope you guys can see that okay. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, but no, unfortunately it seems to be a goner. I'm just gonna get a shot of that really quickly. But yeah, very, very sad sight. And palm carnage is never a fun thing. It's really sad. And let me just say something really quickly about what I think killed it. I'm almost certain that it was, let's just say, not entirely the cold that killed it. I know they're more sensitive when they're young. That's certainly true, as all palms are. But we did not get that cold. We got to like around 13 Fahrenheit was our low this winter. I'd say less than 10 nights in the teens this winter, maybe around 10, I don't know. But obviously, most days were above that. Obviously, I don't think we had any days with highs in the teens. All the day highs were, 20s, 30s at the lowest. I'm almost certain it was not that cold. Someone was suggesting moles, which is actually very interesting to me because I think there actually could have been something. The ground is a little soft here. There's a little cavity here around. And it's funny because this area right on the side here, you can see, especially under this, it used to be a screen and porch, and they converted it many years back. But under there, I've seen moles. I've seen moles on the side here. So this seems to be like a mole area. It's the only area in my house I've ever seen moles. So really, it may be. Quite honestly, I'm not sure. And yeah, I don't know. It seems like either someone was chewing on the roots or had a previous rot. Now you guys can go back, and I actually haven't done this yet, but I'm going to probably go look at it. My older videos, yeah, check out my videos of my needle palm right before this last winter. I know I had a number of them. Already by that point, it had started losing leaves really strangely. Like the crown it was looking considerably worse than when I bought it, which is really strange, but I was like, maybe I just wasn't watering it enough, which also doesn't make sense. It's right here in the shade under this beautiful eastern hemlocks. You know, it's a great water retention spot. I was watering it, and again, they're you know, I mean, here in you know, spring, they don't really need much water, so it was really confusing. I just thought I wasn't watering enough. But yeah, no, I mean, check out my videos before last winter. It was already like, the crown was already like this, like just like a few leaves. It had already lost considerable leaves, and it had that sort of freeze-dried look to it, like almost like it had just come out of a winter before winter, which is really strange. So I'm almost certain there was something else at play here. And if you guys stay tuned for my next video, my stable minor also has something funky going on. This whole area, it could be moles, it could be something in the soil, I don't know, something about the palms themselves. I'm not really sure, but you know, I know what cold damage looks like. I've heard other people's experiences. I mean, there are people in, yeah, you know, some of my friends in Cincinnati, I mean, they went through lows of 0 Fahrenheit this winter, and their needle palms at most got spear pulls. Some of them made it through fine, and they're this size, so it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't add up. You know, it's clearly not entirely cold damage. You know, I'm sure if it were a perfectly healthy specimen planted in a good location, it wouldn't have any needle damage. I'm certain, because my trackies, you know, look at my take heel, no damage whatsoever. Other trackies are recovering. It's certainly not just cold damage, but I want to know what you guys think. It's got some like bugs on it and stuff now, but not a pretty sight. But I do hope to. I got my license soon, which is pretty exciting. I'm really looking forward to that. And this summer, I hope to take, let's just say, I hope to take a few at least trips down to VA Beach, Virginia Beach, and stop by Pungo Palms and fill up with a bunch of stuff. He's got some great succulents there. Both of them do, the owners. And amazing nursery. So that's where I got this from. It's got my sable minor, got my trackies, most of them. So that's really awesome place. But just want to share that with you guys. Not a pretty sight. Stay tuned for an update for my sable minor. I'll show you guys this one right here. I didn't want to include it in this video. I was going to originally, but I sort of want to give it its own video to get your guys' thoughts. You know, so that this one can be focused on needle palm. So stay tuned for that. And then stay tuned for a trackie update. So I'll leave the good news for last. But yeah, there is good news, and there's you know, every winter's a mix. That's not entirely true. Some winters are really bad, some winters are really good. But, you know, generally speaking, in colder climates, winters will be a mix, an average winter. This was definitely worse than average winter, just consulting with other people in the DC area. I'm not as knowledgeable about like what a typical winter's like in the DC area, because I only started growing palms like last winter, the winter before this. So, but consulting people, and obviously just, you know, generally what this winters have been like in the past few decades, this was a worse than average winter, no doubt. Wasn't a cold blast, but it was worse than average, and not a fun winter. So, but obviously that's not what contributed to this palm's demise. It's very strange. Makes me wonder, like, should I replant in this spot if there's moles or something? Will planting a bigger palm help? Like, I'm maybe get a bigger needle palm at some point. Very strange, but I just wanted to share that with you. So let me know your thoughts. I really appreciate all you guys and your input, everything. It really does mean a lot, and I've learned so much from it, from my viewers. I mean, really, it's really incredible. So I really appreciate all you guys. Let me know. Stay tuned for more videos, like and subscribe, and have a good one.